Hey guys, welcome to the party. So, I'll give people a second to get here, and then I have a fun haul for you. I have some journaling stuff and some 1990s stuff, which I'm most excited about. Alright, hey guys. Having technical difficulties, but welcome to the party. Hi, Annie. And if anyone's never used live chat or the live chat stream before, there is a button on the bottom of an iPad and an iPhone that says chat. If you click on that, it'll let you comment. Someone couldn't comment last time, so yeah, I had fun at the last. I had fun on my first time streaming last time, so I thought I'd try it again. And I have a lot of fun crap to show you. So, hi Amanda. Hi Tanya. I'll look at like multiple screens. Hi Critarina. Hey Gina. I really am excited about this journal. I think this one's gonna be the next in line. Thanks, Love Rose Baby V. I'm glad you like the videos. Hi. I'm really bad at names. Jadwiga? I'm good. How about you? So yeah, I thought I'd show you about the few journals I've gotten recently, and this one I think is going to be the next one in line. I kind of customized a little bit. I put this and this random string I found in my closet to make a closure for it. It's really vintage looking, and I'm not really into soft covers. I prefer them hard, but I who doesn't, right? But I couldn't resist the design, and I found a Barnes & Noble coupon too. So yeah, I think this one's going to be next. And this one, yeah, this thing is really pretty thick. It's one of those Italian ones, and I tried using these. I think it seems like every spring I try to get one of these Italian soft cover ones, and I use it like half the way, and then I'm like, yeah, soft cover just doesn't do it for me. But this one I like the design enough that I think it will do it for me this time. So I'm thinking this one and maybe this one at the same time. I couldn't resist this owl. I'm not even really that much into owls. Every time I go to a discount store with my friend, we just see owl and elephant stuff everywhere. It's like, oh, it's just kind of, it's like a random, like they're haunting me. It's like owl stuff everywhere. But this one was really neat looking, and I guess I can, this is not going to sound right, pull it out and show you. But yeah, the leather on this is really nice. It's another soft cover. It's got this kind of odd edging, which I can't say I'm really a fan of. It's kind of messy, but I guess eventually this like raggedy stuff will come off and stop falling off like all over the place. But the paper's nice and thick enough, and I don't know, the leather smells really good. What am I going to do with the journals? I'm just going to journal in them. Sometimes I collage. I haven't collaged in a while, but someone asked to see my collages, so I kind of had a separate collage journal for those, but then I kind of wasn't into collaging for a while. So this is just a composition notebook, and my collages are just magazine cutouts, and I put some paint on there, and usually like song lyrics and stuff, or quotes. But I've been meaning to get back into collaging in journals, so I might eventually do that and collage in here. I think this paper and this one would be thick enough to collage in. And this composition stuff, I just glued like 3 pages together so I could spray ink and stuff all over it and the paper not shrivel up. But yeah, my current journal, I had a few questions that people sent on Instagram and stuff, so I thought I would just kind of fill those in like randomly with this throughout this haul. And yeah, this is my current journal. Someone asked. There's about 70 pages left. I kind of wrote like 12 pages last night, so it's kind of going by a little bit quicker. And a collage process, I will try to, if I get back into collaging, I will try to do that. I'm not sure if that can be live. I usually use a hairdryer because I don't like to wait for it. I don't like to wait for it to dry, so I'm not sure how to do a hairdryer with a live stream, but yeah, this I've almost used up this pen, mostly yesterday. This is a vintage Super Marble pen from the 90s, and it's just marble ink in it. But yeah, current journal is this thing. I put a Leuchtturm or whatever notebook in here, and the paper's pretty nice. It's not quite thick enough for me, and like this paper in comparison is noticeably thicker, so kind of ready to use something else, even though this one is pretty. But yeah, that is that one. And this one, I've never used a journal this large. I'm really not sure how large this is. I want to say it's like 7 by 9 or something, or maybe 6.5 by 8.5, but it just seems really large. I mean, it's kind of, this large one right here looks kind of miniature in comparison to this one, but I just couldn't resist the kind of iridescent design on it, kind of magical looking. It's not quite my usual style, so I kind of wanted to branch out. It's just intriguing looking, and there's a pony, so I couldn't resist the pony on there. And this one, the paper's pretty thick enough too. This one, it is from Barnes & Noble. I think I got it on Amazon, but I saw it at Barnes & Noble and it lured me over. I was kind of eyeing in both places, and I eventually caved and got it. But this was about like $10 or something, and yeah, it's really detailed. There's some little kind of scary looking fairy creatures, woodland creatures in there. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing these at the same time and then kind of keeping this one in my bag, because I keep noticing that, like, if I actually go outside, I'm at the lake or somewhere, I'm like, oh, this would be so nice to journal here, and then I don't have any paper with me. So I'm thinking about just like throwing this one in my bag, using this one as a main daily journal, and then kind of having this one just with me. But yeah, there are those 3. And someone asked how I got into journaling in the first place, so I thought I'd show you my first childhood journal diary thing. And it's this one, and this was the main one that I used for most of elementary school. I kind of had forgotten that I was even into diaries at all as a kid until back in fall 2006, when I got into regularly journaling again, and I was cleaning out my family's house, and I found these things, like a handful of old childhood diaries in a closet, and you'd think I found the Dead Sea Scrolls. I like guarded them, and like when I was moving, I was like, I can't leave them in the car overnight, they'll get stolen. So I like treasured them, and was really glad to find them. Like, I've just found like a lost treasure of like ancient times gone by. So this holographic I gotta read some. Where did I find? I'll show you some magical 90s things I found, and I'll show you where I got them. I can't resist holographic stuff either. But yeah, I kind of had forgotten I was into diaries as a kid, but in 2006, there's kind of 3 main reasons I started journaling. My grandfather had written a letter a few years back, and he was said something along the lines of, I was living in a historical city in historical times, I should cherish these moments or memories and even document them in a journal. And then I had a boss who was trying to be encouraging and gave me a journal for Christmas and said every good writer needs a good journal or something like that. And then I was watching a YouTube video over 10 years ago, which is really bizarre. This girl saying that she wanted to remember her life now as it really was, instead of looking at the past with rose-colored lenses. Spirit animal. I've never had anyone say that. Thanks. But yeah, those kind of 3 main reasons why I got into journaling in the first place. And there's a lot of changes. I was thinking about moving. My family was moving. Got rid of one of my childhood houses that I kind of thought of as like my home. And there was some family loss, like just a lot of stuff happening in my life. I was thinking about switching schools and all this sort of thing. So I decided to finally start journaling, and I got back into it with this journal here. And this journal is my favorite journal I've ever used. And I've used someone asked how many I've used. I think it's 69 or 70 now, normal daily journals, 4 refilled ones from when I was a kid, and then a handful of like autobiography journals and theme journals and stuff. But yeah, this was my favorite. It's soft leather. It's kind of worldly and refined instead of like the usual cutesy crap that I really didn't want back in 2006. It's got pin loops, and I just love this thing. I filled this thing in like 3 months, and I wrote pretty much like every tragedy of my lifetime, and just all sorts of memories. So journaling wasn't completely new to me. I had this childhood diary, but I kind of had forgotten about that. It was so off and on as a kid, so that's why I kind of didn't really think of it as a hobby really until I got into it in 2006, kind of for those three main reasons. And I really liked how moleskins were kind of popular then. It was kind of like a trend where you take your moleskin and you go sit at a Starbucks, kind of the cliche now, but it kind of made journaling cool instead of just like a childhood diary type of thing, like writing Dear Diary on it and having a cutesy girly notebook like like this or something. It made it feel more adult and just kind of dignified. So this and just kind of plain moleskins and the trend of writing in coffee shops really helped me get into writing in the first place. But yeah, my second favorite, I'll just show you my favorite 3 journals first because someone asked on Instagram earlier. And so yeah, this one is my favorite ever. And my second favorite, it's kind of a toss-up between these two. Kind of show the 1 year, these comments like pop off the screen really fast. Kind of show the, where'd it go? Can you show this 1 year diary I had as a childhood? I do have those in a locked, like a Foot Locker in another room, so I can show those. I can do a video on those if anyone's interested. This is my, let's see, which one's my favorite? I think this one's my next favorite. This one is from 2013, and someone asked about my numbering system, and I just write the year on the side of them. I didn't start doing that until probably 3 years ago when there was enough that I really couldn't find them unless I started doing that. But yeah, this one, it's kind of got some smush to it, gold on the edges, and I love the size. It's about 5x7. And this one, this one is 600 pages. This one I really could not get enough of. I filled this thing in about 3 months just because it looks so antique looking, and I'm a sucker for antique looking designs, and the paper is beige. Like that was kind of one of the things that I didn't like about journaling when I tried to start journaling over the years. Bleach white paper and cutesy quotes on each page just didn't do it for me back then. So this had nice plain nice beige paper, and they still do have this at Barnes & Noble. It's kind of hard to find, but it's the Medallion Journal. And yeah, so yeah, these are my favorite 3. And I guess I'll get some of this crap out of the way. Yeah, this is going to be fun to like clean up because I have a lot of crap to show you guys. So I got some washi tape, and I want to show you this washi tape organizer I found. It's actually not for crap. Not for actual washi tape, but this is a ribbon organizer, and I thought this was probably one of the best organizers that I've seen, and hopefully I didn't just drop the entire, I keep saying rotate device. Okay, let's just fail. Yeah, my camera stand is awesome. Hope you enjoyed my thigh. Alright, anyway, I think it's back. I'm just going to hold the camera like this. Alright, so this is a ribbon organizer, but I used it for washi tape, and this, I really like how these things come off, and you can take like an individual category of washi tape with you. So I really like this thing. I got it from the craft store, and I used a coupon, so it was about $12, but I just thought this was really kind of a different thing. And it's meant for like normal ribbon, but really works well for washi tape. I'm not really into chevron, but I couldn't pass up this organization because I keep having, like, I'll put washi tape in a huge, like in a, like a, not a huge box, but like a, what are those called? Shoe box. Or shoe box or something, and dig through them, and that just doesn't work for me. So I really liked this setup. And so yeah, for washi tape I found lately, I wonder if this camera will stay up. Okay, I think it will. Good, I don't really want to have to hold this forever. Alright, I'll try not to knock it over again. But yeah, I usually get washi tape at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or finally Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree finally had some washi tape. And this one is my favorite that I picked up there lately. It's just this cute feather tape, and there's flowers and this kind of giraffe looking thing. This one's really different. I've never seen anyone with this, so that was kind of fun. And I really kind of wasn't planning to get more washi tape lately, but Hobby Lobby had a sale so these sets were $2 each, and I couldn't resist them. This one is teepees. That's just so random. I really needed that in my life. I guess I could show it to you for a second longer. And it seems like the comments are, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's just my screen's frozen up. Deep breaths, yeah. Technical difficulties and nerves. Okay, the comments are working. Okay, a few. So yeah, TPs, and I got this one again. I got this one last summer, and I really liked the little miniature flowery crap. Cutesy. And I don't decorate every page. There's a lot of pages, like even the pages from yesterday were mostly just 12 pages of plain writing. Like I don't always decorate every page with stuff, but it's nice to occasionally make it colorful. And even using some of the stuff as journal prompts, like I could put this on a page or put this on a page and use this as a journal prompt. Like so as a kid, we had theme days at school for Thanksgiving, and we were supposed to dress like Native Americans and small flowery crap, succulents, yes, small flowery crap. But we were supposed to dress like Native Americans or pilgrims for our Thanksgiving school day. So I dressed like a Native American. I had this neat kind of costume, and we went to a I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a place where they make handmade Native American like dresses woven and stuff. So I had like the authentic costume, and yeah, this just kind of reminds me of my childhood going to historical places like that. And then leopard print, because leopard print, I love leopard print. Inhales aggressively. Comments are fun. Yeah, I should deep breathe. I thought like the more I would do this, the less nervous you'd get by doing live stuff, but no. still kind of nervous, and I'm like, my camera stand is gonna like fall over again. I'm gonna knock it, so I'm trying to be careful. I got this one, some coffee. I'm not really into coffee, but I like coffee shops, especially Starbucks cake pops. The pink ones are amazing. Don't get the cookie dough ones, just the pink ones. So yeah, this one. Hey, Crafty Journal. Glad you could join the party too. I got this one. I bought a few of these samples of the diamond one and the coffee one from Random Strangers Online, but since this whole set was like $2 at the craft store, it was kind of cheaper just to finally buy the whole roll instead of this. Hey there, Joe. Your username is kind of fun. So I'm a family friend. He is from Asia, and he was coming up with his nickname, and he decided to call himself You, like Youi, and he didn't really think, like, people would say like, hey you, so all the family friends were like, hey, every time they saw him, hey you, so he had to change his nickname because he did not want to be called Hey You all the time. But anyway, we are introverts. I was debating if I should do this on a Friday night or maybe on an afternoon or something, but I'm like, yeah, these people are we're the Friday night types that like to look at this kind of stuff. But I'm glad you guys could join in the party, and it's really fun to have people who care about stuff like this, like journals at all, or pins, or cute washi tape. If I showed this to people I live with, they'd be like, what is this? Why? And same thing about my family. They're not really into writing or scrapbooks or whatever, so if I'm like scrapbooking out on the floor, they're like, what's this for? And they're trying to understand it, but it's just not their hobby. But yeah, this one is just geometric print and some, I don't know, gold just smeared on the thing. And anyway, am I into Copics? I'm not quite sure what Copics. Oh, Copic markers. I don't have any Copic markers, but that would be cool. Copic marker. I was gonna say, is it is it a typo? Is comics? Copic markers? I don't have any, but they look cool. I saw a video of someone using what I'm guessing was Copic markers, the ones that blend really well. Is that what Copics are? Yeah, I don't have any fancy stuff. I don't have actually have a paintbrush. When I was collaging, I would just use toilet paper as my paintbrush. So I'm not fancy. Sophia, you started journaling. I'm glad you started journaling, and I'm glad this my crap could help at all. Copics are expensive. They sound like they are. I took a art class, like an intro to art class once, but even like basic watercolors were pretty pricey, and yeah, I didn't. Thanks, God. You guys are nice. I'm glad you guys are like not like this. This video is just a fail. Like the last time I did it, like the last second, and I was so nervous. I'm like, this is just like, I feel like just breathe. Do I journal down my dreams? No, but I tried that for a handful of times as a kid. My friend and I tried to do a dream journal, and that just kind of, it lasted a week. I don't usually remember my dreams, so, except last night. Usually they're not really something I want to remember. It's kind of stuff I want to forget, like a lot of my life. But yeah, these are more tape and little cutesy cameras. And it kind of looks like a Holga. I've been wanting a Holga for so many years, just like a plastic old one. So I got the washi tape instead because that was cheaper. And the last two are these. And I bought a sample of this before. It's just kind of an artsy looking thing. I'm guessing the person used Copic markers to draw this. Or maybe watercolor. You're the first journal channel you're watching. Cool, I'm glad you found it, Brooke. I'm kind of curious how people find my channel to begin with, but I probably shouldn't ask. Something with Grumpy Cat. I do have Grumpy Cat washi tape. Oh, and I got some stickers that kind of match this. So, yeah, speaking of Grumpy Cat, Grumpy Cat's my favorite. There's one of them that says, I hate mornings and people. So, that's pretty accurate. I'm pretty much the antisocial person in my family. So I have a Grumpy Cat sticker on my laptop, and my family's like, why? And it says nope on it. They're like, why would you put that on there? And this humor doesn't do it for them. But yeah, turn that smile upside down. I had fun once. It was awful. The other side's really shiny. But I do have a surprise later for you with the 1990s section of this haul, and it involves disco lights with actual disco lights. So just wait. We have a fun party at our houses night planned. I got these stickers I'd never seen before, these diamonds, and that's pretty much all I can say about them. I've kind of been into the whole gold theme lately. So I got these lights, and this was $2.50 at Hobby Lobby, and I didn't have any candles. The candles are kind of pricey, so I didn't want to buy one, so it's just now a thing like this. I might put some like vintage rocks in it or something. And then these little things. I've been trying to make a terrarium work for like 2 years. I cannot keep the plant alive. So I just bought some terrarium stickers. I'm just going to call it a day. I was trying to make the crap in my yard become a miniature little terrarium so I could take a part of everywhere I live with me and kind of make them, or like part of the plants anyway. But these are just little... You had a cactus. I don't think I've ever had a cactus. But I got some English ivy, and the person at the plant, where was I, like Home Depot, and they're like, you cannot kill this stuff. It lasted a week, and it was gone in my house, so it was done. So I can pretty much wipe out any plant ever. So I got stickers, and we're just going to go with that. So yeah, now that is my washi tape haul. And there's like crap everywhere. I should have thought about like where would I put it back after I do this. Fun. Okay, I'll try not to knock the stand. Yeah, I figured practicing might be poked. I think I missed. Still bring them. What? You took it to school once, and this boy poked it because he didn't. Oh, the cactus. Yeah, I haven't seen many cactus in my life. I've tried flowers. Oh, so next up. another type of haul of pins that I thought you guys would appreciate, because if I show this to anyone else I know, they'll be like, it's a pen, why have more than one? So, alright, so I got this pin case, and I had the orange one. I still have it somewhere on the floor here, but it was just really bright and packed, and I decided to buy this one used because it's just cutesy and less blindingly bright. Alright, that's in the way. So yeah, here are some vintage Super Marble pens. I guess I could show you what's in this pen case. I really like these things better when they're not completely like crammed full. My orange one, I've got like the pin sideways, and I tried to cram in like the 100 like they're supposed to hold. But they really are a lot easier when you don't cram them full. Check out this Lazy Egg washi tape. I saw a Lazy Egg. I discovered that this year. I was like, what? Why? What is it? But then I looked at it more. I was like, this is awesome. Yeah, good. I don't know how to say good Tama, I guess. But it's just like that. Like that's so me. And yeah, that's my favorites. I figured in this pen case I keep washi tape, and I got some like dollar store scissors I'm gonna stick in here. Oh, and someone asked on Instagram how I switch out the ink in these things, and these are the Target ballpoint pens that like ballpoint boring. So I just like jam in a gel ink. This is like a scented rose scented ink, so they're pretty easy to just switch out. Lazy Egg. Gudetamo? Is that sounds more like, that sounds like I was at least slightly more close to it. I wish I could make these comments like stay on the screen for a second longer. You can see my toe, can't you? I should have done this on a table. Why am I on the floor? Anyway, I got a few more pins. I'll show you the cutesy ones. I got this carrot, because this would just be, I couldn't resist a carrot. It's kind of hard to frown when you're like riding with a carrot. And then I got this little house pin, and it just writes in black ink, but I can switch it out. But yeah, I decided to give these Vera Bradley pins another chance. I bought a pack of them like a year ago at a local store, and 2 of them worked and 2 of them didn't. So I saw them again on that online outlet for like $2.99 shipped. So I was like, okay, for that amount, I'll give them another try. And they actually work fine now. So I'm not sure if they switched their pins and improved them, or if they just like got a bad set last year. But I got these patterns, and I thought these were kind of different. I'm just gonna stick them in here because this is kind of my like pin case. It's kind of more adult theme, like flowery, kind of normal stuff. And then the other, I've got like unicorn pin cases and stuff. But these write, like this one writes in a dark purple, so they are a little bit darker than the grips. But yeah, these do write fine. And I got kind of obsessed with swirl pens. I got more of them. I've got like 5 backup sets of these just in case they ever get discontinued again. Thanks Hipster Chick, I'm glad you like them. So these pins, they made it in the 90s, and then they discontinued them for years, and they made them again. So I've been stocking up on these just in case they ever get discontinued again. It does take writing a few pages of normal color to get to the swirly cool part. So if you try these, like write a few pages and it'll be boring, and then it'll get to the neat swirly part. And these pins are the 90s version, and this is like the normal modern version. Actually, I have an entire video on swirl pens if you really want to explore swirl pens. Hi Aviator. Yeah, swirl pens are my favorite, pretty much. Like, actually they are my favorite. Scented is my next favorite, and these are the ones from, they're actually made by Mattel, which is Right Dude is a company that Mattel owns. So these are Right Dude swirl pens, and this is the one from Hobby Lobby, and this one has like silver here, and the one at Target is the same, other than like this, it doesn't have silver here, but they ride the same. They're pretty swirly. The yellow one's a little bit less swirly. But yeah, I've got a bunch of pins. I'm gonna just kind of skip on. And my favorite scented pins that you can easily get are probably the ones that I'm gonna, well, I'll just put them right. These, I've been wanting there to be something like this for a few years. I'm like, why are there not lavender, vanilla, like relaxing scented pins? Now there are, and I couldn't resist. I like them so much, I actually got 2 packs of them. So I have some of them here in my, check it out, vintage base maker pin case from the 90s. And they are pretty lightly scented. Like, you have to hold your face up to the page to smell it, or most of it, but they have a few cool, like, different ones. Like this one, I think this one's a cinnamon one, and I've never had a cinnamon scented pin, so I just like the idea of this so much that I got 2. And they have themed like coloring, and then they have like cutesy designs, seasonal spice, honey blossom, whatever, blah blah, relaxation. So yeah, the other aromatherapy scented pins are kind of like a few of the sniff it pins from the 90s were lavender and vanilla scented. But yeah, these are just different and something other than the normal candy scented pin that you can find. So these, I'd say, are pretty good. And these are about the same level of scent as it's probably kind of loud, the shaking of the pin case, as the Target version. These are by the same company. I like their metallic pins so much, I actually emailed the manufacturing company. I'm like, where can I get your metallic pins? I cannot find them anywhere. And I still haven't found any, but they said they'll eventually be sold at Michael's. So their metallic pins smell the most, and if you're writing on the page, like at a desk, you can smell the metallic ones from a desk, and you can smell it a few days after when you're flipping through a journal. But these 2, you can't smell really sitting on a desk unless you write a whole lot with it. You kind of have to hold your face up to the page. But I still caved and got more of these Sugar Rush pins. These are the Target ones, and mostly because the cotton candy one and chocolate smelt ones kind of lured me in. But yeah, I'd say I knocked these out in about 5 or 6 pages each, so they're not the longest lasting thing in the world, but they're fun, and they look like cutesy Candyland or something, and they smell like candy, so I couldn't resist them. But these are the more kind of adult ones. And these, I actually found the like felt tip version at Dollar Tree the other day. So if you're trying to find like a scented pin just somewhere easily accessible, Dollar Tree has these. And these are just felt tip. I've been waiting to open these until I did this, like until this video. Well, I started to open it. You can try and ignore your ADD and spam the chat. Yeah, I've got like 2 screens up and I'm like super distracted. So I thought practicing doing stream before I try to do something like a collage process might help, but it's kind of maybe not so much. Is there bubble gum on? Let's see. I haven't had a whole set of these in probably like a year or 2. They're actually, I don't think it is a bubble gum. I've got mail. It's not spam. Where is my mail? Email? Did you email me? That's cool. Does anyone love pen sounds? Yeah, I'm a sucker for pins. There's actually, if you want to go to the kind of, let's call it unique side of YouTube, there's like a thing where people like do pin clicks and paper turning and whispering and stuff. Whispering actually really irritates me. Whispering makes me want to punch a baby in the face. I've never used that expression. I thought I would try it now. I don't actually like punch babies. There's a cherry bubble gum. I guess I could tell you the scents on these. Cotton candy, watermelon. Yes, that's the type of videos that I stumbled onto once. Sweet and sour, gummy gushers, fruit and sour. Anyway, most of these are colors I like. The orange, yellow, and green are a little bit light, so I usually color with those. But yeah, these smell pretty good. Gushers, I know, I love gushers. Oh, I don't like eating sounds. I just can't. I'm not sure what this black one's supposed to smell like. I can't really, on these color scents, I can't really pinpoint what each is really supposed to smell like. I mean, there's one that's the cinnamon one, like I can tell, but some of the others I can't. But these, I don't actually have any paper. That's great. Oh yeah, I bought a book at the dollar. I've never heard of this book. I'm Special, another lies we tell ourselves. I thought this might be kind of entertaining. I've never heard of it, so it could be awful. But I'm going to use it to see how these pen writes. Yeah, these write. That's a pretty rich color too. Need to go moving? Finish moving. Ew. I'm glad that stopped me. Good luck with that. That's the crinkly package sounds fresh stationery. Yeah, I love just looking at stationery. Now send me a pack. Oh, thanks. You don't have to send me your pack. Well, I'm trying to make this like reasonably G-rated, so I pretty much can't say anything. Hopefully you're not moving too far. Moving's a pain. But yeah, this, I guess I can try out the purple one. I don't know. I'm not really into felt tips. I usually like gel, but these write well, and they're pretty easy to find at a Dollar Tree. They're probably like a little bit thick for writing. But if you want something scented, then these are at Dollar Tree now. This one is also a Dollar Tree one. Yeah, I'd rather prefer packaged chewing sounds. But yeah, these are the Dollar Tree one. I got again since I was trying to find something that was kind of easy to find for people, since someone asked where you could find scented pens. And these are really lightly scented. After I just like stab myself. I'm looking at the screen and like apparently there's a delay. I can smell them a little bit. These are vivid colors, so it's like kind of neon-y. Probably like a little bit brighter than I prefer, but they usually, on normal paper, they write fine. I can't really smell them much, but if you stick your nose over the page, then you can smell them alright. So yeah, these are, for $1, these are fine. And these, I'm pretty excited about using these. Oh, I got something that I'm like that I can use those felt tips for. I got these coolest. What do I do with all these colors? I like to switch out my pens all the time, and the lighter ones I use for coloring, or I'll take the ink out of this and use it as paint when I'm like painting on a page. So yeah, I got these mandala create your own sticker things at Hobby Lobby the other day, and I've never seen these before, and I've tried coloring books, but I always forget they exist. So I thought these were kind of a much easier way to color in journals, and even just like as an excuse to get your journal out in the first place. Just to stick a sticker on there, color on it, and spend some time in the journal. I really have like too much crap. My like legs falling off. Anyway, so yeah, they had some other designs of this, but I don't know. How many of you guys are into coloring on top of journaling? Chocolate scented erasers. I don't think I actually ever had that, but I need that. I have a chocolate scented pen. I had erasers that smelled like bubblegum. I had a bubblegum heart eraser. Coloring. That's interesting. I was kind of wondering how many people like other forms of stationery and coloring and stuff on top of journaling, and well, there's some other coloring types. Coloring is bomb. It is. I've never used the expression you color in your journal. You prefer to draw over coloring? Same difference. Yeah, I guess I don't really draw a whole lot in journals, but I've tried to draw these mandalas before, or whatever. I don't probably pronounce it wrong. But yeah, there's like a bunch of stickers in this thing. And I'm gonna knock the camera stand again. Now it looks like I'm petting the camera. That's fabulous. I got some cute, like, just novelty crap Copics. Might have to get a Copic just to see how magical those are. I have like these are my markers of choice. Movie night, Mr. Sketch scented with like chisel tips. So this is my version of art markers. But I got these. I don't have pets at the moment, no. I used to have dogs. I tried to have a fish, but it was kind of years ago. It kind of kind of jumped down the sink, which was really traumatic at the time, but it's been a really long time. like years. As a kid, I had frogs for a short amount of time. I found in a swimming pool, and I had a bird as a kid. But the closest thing I have to a pet now is this. I actually had it's called Tommy. I thought it was called Toby. I had a bird named Toby as a kid. But yeah, isn't this thing is just so fun. This is my plan for the night. I'm going to have like a vintage night. I've got some uh, Crystal Pepsi, some these Mr. Sketch movie night things. I'm gonna watch a bad 1980s movie and play with this thing. I still have 2 rings I need to get on this thing. Oh, and I opened this up. It had like water from the 90s in it, or maybe the 80s. I don't know how this thing is. And I cleaned it out and boiled my hands under like ran my hands under boiling water for like 15 minutes. I mean, that water's been there forever. I'm gonna get some kind of disease. So I disinfected this thing pretty thoroughly, and this thing still works. So yeah, there's still 2 rings I can't get on there, but that's my plan for tonight, which is kind of special. But yeah, Blue Mountain Dew is really. I've never tried Blue Mountain Dew. Normal Mountain Dew is my favorite. I drink that. It's like it's crack. It is crack or it's good. Is it like blueberry flavored, or is it taste like normal Mountain Dew? The ring toss game. Yeah, these we really had it good. Blueberry Jolly Rancher. Oh, I avoided the blue as a kid. I might have to. If there's like a strawberry one, that would be amazing. Ooh, the some. I forget the name of the restaurant. Well, anyway, Pepsi makes the vending machines that have strawberry and vanilla flavor add-ins now that taste like the old strawberry jazz, like strawberry vanilla jazz. Crystal Pepsi over Coke. Oh, I've never met someone that likes Pepsi over Coke. I like Mountain Dew over Mellow Yellow. Well, actually, I kind of take that back. I've kind of got into Mellow Yellow lately, but Mountain Dew is my usual main squeeze. Anyway, I want to show you a few other things before I go to the 1990s section of this this mess. Pepsi tastes like a dusty shell. Wow. Except Crystal Pepsi, because that's just neat. I drank Crystal Pepsi and watched Mountain Dew the other day. But yeah, I got these cutesy Easter things. Dr. Pepper. Oh, I've never been able to drink a thing of that. But at least it's different. I don't do spice. Not in my drinks anyway. Here's another type of coloring I like. Invisible ink games. I got this at Cracker Barrel. I got some like rock candy too. Like old-timey stuff. I think I was pretty much born in the wrong era. I like invisible ink and 1990s stuff and like record players and everything the Cracker Barrel has and everything that like involves like old-timey stuff. But yeah, I got these invisible ink things, and that's kind of my other plan for an upcoming movie night. And now I have a 1990s fest for you guys, and I should have done this on the table. It's gonna be fun. If you close your eyes for like 10 seconds, it'll be more of a surprise. You had Disney Invisible Princess inks when you were a kid. I have them now. Big Red. That's the gum. Oh, that gum was good. Okay, I guess I do like spicy gum. I have some Mintaburst and Cinnaburst that I found in an old bag that they haven't made like 15 years. And that stuff was so good. I'm not going to try the one that's like 15 years old, but I'm almost tempted to because that stuff was really good. Is Big Red a drink? That's the gum, right? Or is that... Huh, there's a slight delay in the camera. That's interesting. Bye, Super Pants. There's like definitely delay. Wonder Balls. Was that the stuff that they, like the UK candy balls with like a treat inside? Oh yeah, alright, so if you want a surprise, I shouldn't say that, that's gonna sound just wrong. But if you want to be surprised with like fun nostalgia. I thought I could do this quicker. I would be more like a, I don't know. They should have like a way to pause, like live stream pause stuff. Okay, but yeah. If you want to be surprised by 1990s fun, close your eyes for a sec and we'll get to the 1990s version of this party. Oh yeah, I thought I could do this much quicker and it would be like less I have to explain, like hang on, let me set this up, and I thought I could just like whip it out. Jeez. Reasons why I don't live stream. Kinder eggs. You found Kinder eggs in the US? I didn't know they had them in the US. Chocolate balls with fruit candies inside. Huh. It sounds pretty good. I like candy with like surprises in it, and bath balls with surprises in it. I found like I got a bath ball the other day with like toy surprises in it. I thought that was pretty fun. This takes so much longer than I thought it would to whip this out. Got like one more. I did 1980s, 90s kind of party a while back with actual like people in my house. My family was surprised at that too. And I have these decorations from that. Disney princess stickers in it in the middle of candy. So much for suppressing your ADD. Yeah, yeah. Mine is done. Oh, my thingy broke. Okay, well, let's just leave it like that. All right. So first off, check out my watch. I had been looking for this watch for years. I had one like it as a kid. Actually, I had a more fun one. If I can find that. Okay, so my childhood watch was this. Check it out. Isn't that the most awesome watch you've ever seen? Okay, my camera stand's falling. That's great. But I was trying to put the battery in. I'd never done a battery before, and it broke. Probably my camera stand's probably breaking too, but that's okay. Okay, I literally have to hold this. So I broke the face on it, which is just awesome. But I found another one. Yeah, magical watch. I would use a watch if it looks like this. Yeah, here's the first part of the 1990s vintage fun finds haul. And had been trying to find this for so many years. I found an old photo of myself when I was like 7 or something wearing this watch. I found one just like it. I always had figured it was like a Swatch watch because that was the colorful one back then, but it wasn't. It was an A watch, which I'd never really heard of, or I never paid attention to the brand. I finally found one. I was so excited to find this thing, and then I broke it putting the battery in, so that's special. I guess I should check the comments real quick. Accept me. Oh, I forgot. I have some. I found this at Cracker Barrel too. Remember the 1980s candy, and this was in their clearance section. So this was like $2.50, which is pretty good. So I thought I'd offer you some candy, and oh yeah, I was gonna make it like a real party, which is kind of sad because no one's here, but except virtually here. I'm glad we can at least party it up virtually. We've got Crystal Pepsi to enjoy. Remember the 80s candy, and I brought you popcorn too. I'm a good host. Like, you can't have any because you're not here, but like you're not literally here, but you can enjoy this virtually. Have a sip of Crystal Pepsi and some 1980s candy and some popcorn. But first off, all right, gonna have to move this out of the way. And I have to get a new camera stand because doing things with one arm just does not work well at all. Alright, my first magical thing, which some of you have seen, but I want to show it again. Crystal Pepsi, it's a little less sweet than normal Pepsi to me, but I like it mostly for the nostalgia. They brought it back in November, and then it was kind of hard to find for a while, and then it's back again, so I like it. It's mostly nostalgia. I usually drink Coke over Pepsi. I'm one of those people. But yeah, Unicorn. This is a vintage Lisa Frank pen case that I have crammed in some. Hopefully that stand's not going to stand up. Okay, that's fabulous. Yeah, how many people can say that they spent their Friday night looking at magical unicorns and they got some like 1980s candy and Crystal Pepsi? Maybe some Crystal something else too. But yeah, I finally found these Target scented pins. I stuck these inside this unicorn. Yeah, we are only us. We are the VIP club of like vintage themed parties in our, not in bed, on my floor. Like in my, yeah, that's really fun. So I'm glad there's people out there like us who like writing and different stuff like that. Crystal Pep someone commented, doesn't it Crystal Pepsi taste different than regular Pepsi? Yeah, it is a little. It's a little less sweet. It tastes a little tartar to me. Oh yeah, and something fun about YouTube streams is that it doesn't. People watching this later can't see your comments, so I'm just gonna have to like comment out that I recorded this live, otherwise it's gonna seem like I'm talking to myself. Um, which, anyway. Next, I've got. I showed some people this too, but if you're here, I know who all was here last time. Aviator, you were here last time, and my live chat is like hanging. It's not showing all the. We all talk to yourselves. I kind of do talk to myself, but anyway, yeah, I'll get a camera stand for next time, hopefully. But I got this Polly Pocket vintage pin case, and I put some scented pins that smell like creamsicle and peppermint, some washi tape samples in there, and then here is Polly. And I actually haven't lost this little thing yet. And I got a comment like, why do I have multiple pen cases? I ever scented nail polish? I have scented nail polish like in my bathroom right now. I just switched out my nail polish, but I love scented nail polish. But yeah, when I do the different pen cases, it's fun to separate out my different types of pens so I can find what I'm looking for, and also just kind of have more variety. kind of a little bit obsessed, and it's just fun to see something different instead of like if you're into fashion, you might switch out your purses or bags. This is kind of the same thing. Like I switch out my pens and pen cases because this is just really my main hobby, and I'm just such a child of the 90s pretty much. So yeah, there's that one. I got this vintage Space Maker case, which I'm pretty excited about. I don't want to lose Polly. I'll probably just smash its face. Okay, it actually. let's just leave that. They have Disney Polly Pocket things in Disneyland Tokyo. I didn't go to Disneyland Tokyo. Sanrio Land was pretty magical. Those things were back when the kids toyed small parts because we weren't. Yeah, I'm surprised like Polly Pocket and stuff didn't get. Maybe they did get sued, but I'm surprised they just had those miniature little Polly Pocket things this big and people didn't choke on those more often. But yeah, this vintage Space Maker thing, I'm keeping like scented pens. These are kind of more for like coloring, or if I want to like draw on pages, journal pages or something. I'm gonna put this like these are kind of like one type of pen, and I'm gonna stick some washi tape rolls on the side here. I thought that would. I don't know, make it a box of fun, I guess, I don't know. And, I'm kind of like distracted by magical, rainbow everywhere. I'm kind of spilling my life to strangers on the internet too. I had some like a Q&A thing that I was going to try to answer questions while showing stuff, but I kind of don't have that kind of attention span, so I might have to do a Q&A video later if anyone is really that wants to know about my life. We are all friends here. Alright, so this pen case, I was so excited to find. I still have my childhood one, but I wanted one that was cleaner, and I guess I could like move this over. Party it up. We're having a party in my room. This one is just cleaner, and I kind of like to keep my childhood stuff separate so I don't lose it. So yeah, I found this one, and I'm going to use this for these pins that I got last year that I call my rainbow spaceship pins. I've been wanting, and maybe switch it out with the micas every now and then, but I've been wanting to like use up some of my pins, so I thought putting them in this whole one thing would kind of make it look more inviting and more colorful and add some nostalgia from this. And I got this like 2 weeks ago. I've been waiting to open it with you. Playing with your box of fun life. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That sucks you don't have your childhood things. I have kind of like found some of my childhood stuff online. It's not quite the same as like if I'm holding the exact one as I had it as a kid, but it still is kind of nostalgic. I've got this. I had one just like this as a kid, and this I had it up until like relatively recent years when I first started journaling even, and I was debating if I want to take it with me to my place or just send it off to my family's place and get it later. And I was like, well, I'm not really into cats or pencil cases. I got this cat's one here, so I decided to send it off with them, and then the stuff that my childhood stuff, like there was a storm at my family's house and my stuff got destroyed. So I found these two that look just like the one I had as a kid. And it's still kind of nostalgic, just not quite the same level of nostalgia, but it's still really, I don't know, it still makes me happy looking at this thing. Here's a thing of random crap that I put miniature Lisa Frank stickers in. These are vintage 1990s Bic Rad Writer pins, and I switched out the ink in these, but these are just, yeah, I had these as a kid, so this is like this is my box of happiness. I probably shouldn't name a video that. Watch me play with my box full of happiness. The only childhood stuff you have is stuffed animals and childhood diaries. Yeah, I pretty much have stuffed animals too. That's kind of the main stuff my family managed to keep too. It seems like the older people get, the less and less of their childhood stuff that they have. I'm kind of noticed about old people. I don't think either of my grandmas had like even one childhood stuffed animal or anything. I don't know if they just didn't have anything at all when they were a kid. Like one of them was pretty poor, or if they just gave it away over the years, maybe to a grandkid or whatever, or if they lost it or what. Glittery cat. You had a glittery cat pin case. I love glitter. You're watching Journal of and your daughter's watching Sailor Moon. Oh, I have one more that I want to show you. I just got. Check it out. I was so excited to find these. These are just like I had as a kid. And yeah, I kind of gotten more into just journaling accessories the longer I've journaled. When I first started journaling, when I was cleaning my family's house, like probably fall 2006, I had this, and I had my childhood pen case, the one I actually had as a kid. I was like, oh, I'm not really into cats. I don't need to take that with me. And now I'm just like, I need pen cases and Lisa Frank. It's like the older I get, the more and more nostalgic I am, and the more I'm into like pins and accessories for journaling. So I don't know, maybe it's like the YouTube effect, or just because you gotta spice up something that you've been doing for a long time somehow. You still have your spy books. I literally cannot see the spy books. My friend just like taunts me with those. We go to a bookstore and she's like, try to find the hidden picture. I'm like, I can't. I miss Lisa Frank too. I have a Lisa Frank shirt. Your grandma's a bit of a hoarder. She keeps things. House is full of Disney figurines, popcorn buckets, park only. Ooh, I kind of want to go in her garage. That would go. But yeah, these I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one. This one is kind of like nasty inside because it wasn't mine. It was just really stained. So I'm gonna use this more as like desk decorations. And then this is my box of happiness. I've got this vintage Lisa Frank stacker pin. And I've got some Lisa Frank dudes. This is kind of like when I really want nostalgia, I'll use this pen case. That's kind of why I switch out pen cases. Sometimes I want something more adult like this, or more portable like this, and sometimes I want just like nostalgia fun. You're watching a 1990s show, people want to date. Man, dating in the 90s, and the guy's pager went off. I remember pagers. I kind of wanted one, and now I'm just like, I don't really like interaction. Why would I ever wanted one? But I never had one, so I have seen a few things that Lisa Frank things at Target too. It's getting easier to find Lisa Frank stuff, which I love. Walmart has Lisa Frank bedding, which I'm really, like, really kind of eyeing. So yeah, it's kind of my wish list. I got other Toy Story. I got these Toy Story pins. I have 2 Toy Story journals waiting in line, so I thought I would save these and use those when I use that journal. And yeah, I was going to open this up, but there's nothing really in it. I'll just have to open it later for my pins. But yeah, I don't know, I guess another reason why I'm just into like this and pin cases that are cutesy, it's just because if you're writing about serious stuff all the time, or you're like trying to work through your crap in journaling, it's fun to have something peppy looking to kind of lighten the mood. My arm is going to fall off holding this up. You found a pin ink mark on your nose last night. I can relate to that. I find pin marks pretty much everywhere. Ooh, speaking of which, I'm sitting on something. Other than like the hard floor, because I failed at planning on this. Where did I get the Toy Story pins? I found them on eBay, and they were supposed to be scented. These are actually dried up, so I refilled them with normal ink. But they were cheap, and they're at least refillable. And you might not get a dried out one. Somehow the ones I had were dried up. I switched out the ink, so they're fine now. I don't think I ever really watched Hey Arnold much as a kid. Recently, I do have like pages of my favorite TV shows I watched as a kid and stuff like that. I really like adding in childhood memories in my journal and trying to like kind of document some of that before I forget it. But yeah, I got this vintage Sanrio diary, and Sanrio and Lisa Frank were pretty much my childhood. That and like rainbows. But this thing is kind of larger than the normal childhood diaries that I had, like, where'd it go? This. So that's kind of useful for now, since it'll be more usable for me, because small journals kind of hurt my hand because I'm old. More comments. Yeah, I didn't love it either as a kid, but it's better than to look for Hey Arnold. I might have to check it out. I started watching My So-Called Life last year, and a few other 90s shows, and those are really fun to watch now. I don't know that I really watched that one as a kid. I watched Popular. Did anyone ever watch the TV show Popular? In the 90s, it was like Brooke McQueen and Sam. I really thought they were pretty. It was like, I'm gonna be just like them. When you were young, cartoon crush. Has anyone had a cartoon crush? I guess I kind of like Doug as a kid. I don't know if it was really a crush, but I kind of like Doug because he was in journaling. Zac Efron is my lover, though. I may or may not sign things Mrs. Efron. Oh, and I might as well, since this is like 1990s theme, I'll show you my journaling kit and caboodle. It's this. And I had a caboodle just like this as a kid, and I found one just like it. So this has kind of a sampling of pins, washi, and crap, and stickers. And tiny size gum, which they discontinued, and that's just sad. And they discontinued Squeeze Pops too, which is really depressing because that candy was amazing. The strawberry Squeeze Pops. And it's an actual candy. I'm not just like being vile. It was like a liquid lollipop, basically. Yeah, I've got some Fun Dip in here, and Dum Dums, and fruit striped gum, and just like fun happiness. And this, look at this miniature. I found this at Cracker Barrel too. Miniature paint set, and I haven't tried it out yet. But if the paint is just kind of too cheap, I could fill it in with like better watercolors. So that's kind of fun. And I've got a few sticker books. These are Bando sticker books, and little notebook, scissors, and huge sticker books, and dinosaur stickers. As a kid, I used my caboodle for a dinosaur house. My little childhood friends and I at school would play dinosaur racers, and we make I had a caboodle, and Carrie had a little white box that she made her dinosaur house, and we make little furniture for our dinosaur racers, and so yeah, I had to put dinosaurs in this caboodle somehow. You have that miniature paint set, the mini crayon set, that one's cute. I was wondering how those crayons were decent or not. The set looked really cute. you have some of the same washi tape. Cool. This one is really, I really like this monster thing. Kind of a thing for monsters. And there's my other one of that one, that grass washi. Yeah, I kind of persisted in getting the grass washi for a while, but it does come in handy. My old roommate and I actually decided to we just cut the lawn, and she's like, that makes me want to roll around on it. And I'm just like, well, why don't we go do that? So we rolled around the lawn, and I made a page and decorated with this. This is kind of a fun summary thing. This one I really like, this movie one. And Sanrio dinosaurs for my dinosaur caboodle, vintage cassettes. I have a cassette tape journal that I'm pretty excited about using. Oh, this Toy Story tape. I've got to show you that. If I subscribe to any boxes, no. I've never tried. Well, I take it back. I tried a box once. It was the nail polish box. I forget the name of it. I tried like a data free sample thing. But I've never tried to subscribe to any of those things. They sound interesting, but they're really cheap, and I've never really gone for it. Oh, here's my... Here, I could just have I subscribed to it. Nope. I've never tried them. Grumpy Cat. I have a few Grumpy Cat pins. Grumpy Cat just cracks me up. Oh, and speaking of crap. It's crap washi tape. Have you ever seen crap washi tape? Yeah. I do have a few more goodies. I can show you a few more, or I can show you my goodies more. After this over, you're going, I'm buying every vintage Lisa Frank. I already bought every vintage Lisa Frank stationery. They do have a pretty good selection on Amazon. I keep adding stuff to my wish list on there. Check this out. This is my school binder for this semester. It's vintage Lisa Frank. If anyone here is not old, this is Lisa Frank, and it's just colorful happiness. And for some reason, this folder is gigantic, so it doesn't fit in this. Like if I put it on the rings here, it hangs off the trapper keeper like 2 inches. It's pretty weird, but yeah, this is my folder and my binder. I took the paper out of it because oh yeah, I was gonna clean this out. That's like wipe it off, disinfect it because it's old. I got this one too recently. I still have my childhood one just like this, but I wanted another one I can wear out and not have to worry about losing. So I found one just like mine as a kid, and I love these two colors together. It's my favorite. So yeah, these are my this is gonna be my life binder, and this is gonna be more for like Spanish stuff. It definitely is very 90s. Like this is my binders here. My school pin case is this. My backpack is like leopard print, rainbow, Lisa Frank looking stuff like this. Like I look really interesting in class, I'm sure. What was I gonna show you? Ooh, just gonna taunt everyone with Lisa Frank stuff. But I have kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed with 90s stuff in general, so it's not really a recent thing. But I got these vintage postcards. Good thing some crap isn't scented. Yeah, I don't think I want my crap washi tape scented, so there is that. There really was a lot of purple and chill in the 90s. That Polly Pocket pen case even kind of has that same colors too. And Sanrio kind of was pink, and these two lavender, like pink, aqua, and purple. So kind of those colors generally remind me of that. But yeah, I got this note card. These two are my favorite Lisa Frank things. And then the cat box. I'm gonna put these in that antique tree journal. It's just kind of like to decorate a page so I can flip through the journal and then stumble upon a page of fun like halfway through the journal. I kind of used to do that with stickers. I just had like a surprise for myself later in that journal, so I could have something fun as I'm just like writing through the page, and I flip through the page and I'm like, oh, here's a page of fun crap. So yeah, that one, this one, and that one. And could stick these in this. Like, it's kind of like a serious antique one looking stuff. And then there's this. What else do I do besides write? I am into collecting vintage stamps and postcards. My latest project is making a hexagon paper pieced quilt of my old clothes. Here's my prom dress and some pajamas. So I like kind of arts and crafts in general. I tried jewelry making once. Got into it for a little while, not too long, and I like movies. So I'm gonna do that. Where did I get that? This is Barnes and Noble for this one. And oh, I wanted to show you this. Love the Kid in His Shoes. That one really is. It's just definitely 1990s fun. Here's my truffle tree pin. This is like a normal pin. I got this at Target the other day. Reminds me of Trolls, so I couldn't pass that up. And yeah, I think that's mainly what I do. Movies. I mean, the usual like traveling or whatever. Oh, hey Amy. I'm glad you could join in. I gotta show you a unicorn. You just missed out on the Lisa Frank stuff. So that unicorn coffee mug that you sent me, I thought was just magical. So here's a unicorn for you to look at for a second. Does anyone know if Barnes & Noble will ship to Canada? I have no idea. Anyone from Canada that knows? Your cat had 6 kittens? They had 6 at once? Wow, that's cute. I want to see your kittens. That doesn't sound weird or anything. You've never seen this type of journal? Oh, this one? Or the tree one? I keep hitting that. Yeah, I'm glad you guys could all join in. Amy and yeah, I won't try to read all your names, but I can see all your names. Did I find them at Dollar Tree? I did not find them at Dollar Tree, but I just liked your picture, and this reminded me of that, so unicorn. Those were cute. Seems like I saw something kind of unicorny. Oh, this one. This is like the closest I could get to unicorns. You do know that kids kind of want to, yeah. I've never watched that process occur. I watched my childhood dog had a puppy, and I was filming it because we were supposed to do an educational thing in class. I passed out during it. You'll send me some. Some unicorns. You don't have to do that. That's really nice. Those things are cute. I've never. What did I see at Dollar Tree the other day? Oh, I saw some kind of rainbow themed stuff at Target. It seems like there's kind of more of that kind of stuff coming out, like more cutesy, colorful stuff. You made your own Destroy This journal? That's fun. This one I did last summer, and someone asked if I'd done any more since. I haven't. This one, it was kind of fun. I don't know. I'm not overly into journal prompts, though I do have some journal prompt videos. Cough, cough, hint, hint, check it out. But yeah, I guess if I was making my own, that would probably I'd be a little bit more inclined to do it. Maybe a little more inclined to do it. But yeah, here's some of the pages like blank, add space to it. Some stuff, lick my toes off. So every time I'm on the phone with someone, and I'm on the phone with family or someone that I talk to regularly, and it's kind of been a while, and I'm just like, all right, that's enough of this phone call. I think I'm gonna lick my toes off. So that's what this page is. That, or I say I'm gonna gnaw my arm off. But it kind of would be fun to just do a few of these random type pages in a normal daily journal. This one, I wasn't really into licking it, poking holes in it. I don't know. I saw some of the really elaborate ones on YouTube, and I just like I don't really want to spend months doing it. I don't really want to spend doing months really doing anything. You know, a little dog that had twins in a litter. Ooh. Yeah, my childhood dog had that one puppy, and I passed out, and I think I actually broke the VHS camera. We had to like, get it repaired. But the dog's name, and then the puppy rolled off the couch. We gave it to my childhood friend, and it rolled off the couch, so she named it Rolly. All right, I'm gonna turn this like, you can enjoy the disco life for like one more second. Gumby. Oh, I did love Gumby as a kid. Did anyone used to watch that show? Um, but yeah, I kind of like this. I just seen so many super ornate ones on YouTube. I was just kind of like, and I just did it quick. Crumble the page. It was fun though. I mean, I think this would be really fun, especially for young teens who maybe aren't into journaling yet and just want something casual to do. I did enjoy this thing. It's kind of like a couple hundred pages, and I don't really have much patience for anything. So it's not like the thing itself is fun. Journal golf, make a paper chain. That was fun. We used to make paper chains as a kid for some reason. I can't remember why. Comfy. They kind of stick together. Gnaw my toe off. Legs like asleep. This is, yeah. If you live stream, don't do it on the floor. I thought it'd be a good idea, and it kind of. How did I make the pages shiny? Oh, like this one, I taped over it with clear tape. I like pages like this. I do some pages like this in normal daily journals, like what's in my fridge and what's in my shower. And I've gotten questions like, why would you put that in a journal? Who cares? Like, would you really want to know 50 years later? And I actually would want to know 50 years later, like what kind of products I was into, what what were my favorite. You can rediscover old favorites years later, and the kind of stuff you buy says a little bit about your lifestyle and your personality and your socioeconomic status. And socioeconomic status is kind of one of my fields of study, like school-wise. So I think it's interesting just to see what people are willing to buy and spend their time and money on. And like if you're really into makeup, you'd have different products than if you're just like, I'm just gonna go to the dollar store, buy a shampoo, and then it'll last me like a year. So I really like doing pages like that, just because it says something about your life at the time. And what's in my bag especially, I have some of the what's in my bag from like 10 years ago when I first started journaling, and those are really neat to look back on. Where to I get my light up pillow? Amazon. You document the price of eggs, milk, and bread each year. That's cool. I've heard of people doing that. And 101 Dalmatians. Those are my other like childhood. Aside from like Lisa Frank and Sanrio being my childhood, 101 Dalmatians. I was a 101 Dalmatian for Halloween one year, and that wasn't enough. I decided to be a 101 Dalmatian in a gift box. So I walked around for Halloween with a giant like refrigerator box on me that I put Dalmatian wrapping paper on. I put a bow on it, and then I put my 4 quadruplet teddy bears, my childhood teddy bears, dressed up as Dalmatians in the box, and in another box that I taped on the box. This is just, like, my Halloween costumes were really bizarre and amazing. Document the but yeah, this some of the stuff like this kind of thing you could put like the price of stuff under, like decorative stuff. Oh, and another thing I've been into adding in recent history is like adding in chewy spree or candy wrappers. Adding in candy wrappers are my favorite candies, and like Crystal Pepsi. Since I'm gonna like hold this with my toe, so if you see my toe, like that's I'm not gonna be awkward or anything. This I'll add in like the Crystal Pepsi limited edition stuff or stuff I try. I sometimes add in a wrapper to a journal just because like this kind of design will seem vintage in 50 years, just like the 1950s design seems vintage now. So like design styles change over time, and it's just kind of fun to see how that changes. Here's a comment. Do I ever collect images from ads around your city for decoration? Yeah, I sometimes in the front of this journal I've got in a like a kind of a menu of my favorite. I'm still holding this book with my toe. I'm so distracted. I cut out the logo of like a local ice cream shop I go to. Sometimes I have a closet in my actual city. I'll go steal some travel like brochures and cut out like different highlights of my city and like have an entire journal page collage with my city. I'm really into adding in stuff from my city in my journal, especially since, I don't know, even like if we think like, oh yeah, I'll totally live here forever, things can change, and sometimes you decide to live, like move to some other neighborhood, another city, pretty quickly. So I've been trying to document that kind of thing. And I like to collage like even my like house address with magazine little letters in my journal too. This page is scary. Let's not look at that. This page is kind of long. Like this was a fun book, but most like theme books and autobiography journals I kind of do it at night. So this took a little bit longer than that. It took like a week, and that's kind of a lot of time for me. But it was a fun book. Fast food's too pricey. I don't know. I always get the same thing at McDonald's, and it's $4.54. I always get the same, and the McDonald's guy's like, get the nuggets, because I always get plain biscuit, fries, and a soda. Actually, 2 plain biscuits because they're really good. It's like, get the nuggets. It's like, try something else. Live a little. I'm like, well, why would I want to live a little? So it's like, I'm going to set a record for ordering the same thing over and over again. He's like, there's a guy who's been ordering the same thing for 15 years. I think you got a while for that one. Like, I can win. The comment went away so quick. Someone asked, random, but did you read the Rainbow Fish book as a kid? I feel like you would have liked it. Rainbow Fish. I don't think I ever have heard of that, but it sounds pretty amazing because it's got the word rainbow in it, and my rainbow pencil case, I cannot wait to use this. I've been waiting to use it for like 2 weeks, but I wanted to show it, and it's like cute little packaging for this video. I'll have to check out that book. Is it kind of like the caterpillar book? I liked that one. My other favorite childhood books were, sometimes I do journal pages about that, like my favorite childhood books, movies and TV shows and stuff, like nostalgic ones too. But I liked the Postman book where there was a little mail folded up in the book that you were reading. I love that book as a kid. And the Double Dare book. Document a boring event in detail. So I documented a sandwich. I'll have to look up that Rainbow Fish book. That one sounds cute. Rainbow stuff is kind of my obsession. You said, I went through a phase where I was ordering vintage smelly stickers from eBay. I love the vintage smelly stickers. Do you like the mellow smellow ones or the little like round ones? I'm not sure what the round ones are called. I got the round ones for a while, but the mellow, like the funny mellow smellow. I think they're called mellow smellow. I kept eyeing those. I have like a lot of those on my like eBay wish list. Someone said the fish had rainbow scales and one holographic kind of scale. Okay, I need that book because it got holographic and rainbow. Crafty Journal said, well, I've never really okay, I'm failing comment. Okay, so when you look back at these videos when they're not live, people can't see the comments. So I was going to try to read the comments, and I'm like, I've never said people's name. I'm just like, here's a comment, and then read it. All right, anyway. Do I ever feel more at home in certain kind or brands of journal? Kind of. Sometimes, like, the super ornate ones that can seem, I don't know, maybe too formal or just not as welcoming. So sometimes I just like those, I don't have one over here, but the kind of this size with the elastic on, like the Piccadilly medium essential notebook. Sometimes stuff feels more welcoming especially if they're just kind of plain and cheaper. Trend, those trend stickers were the round one. Mellow Smellow. I have been eyeing the Mellow Smellow ones. They're like the funny names. And the trend ones, I have tried seems like it was like a popcorn one and an orange one. I got a few of those on eBay. They really had a lot of fun since back then. That I haven't really been able to find matching kind of funny scent stickers lately. What is this page? Why not show you this? I wasn't really going to flip through this, but I guess there's really nothing else to look at other than my thigh. So, and you guys already got to see my thigh earlier because my camera stand is just that awesome. I guess I could take you around. I could show you my journaling kit. But yeah, it would be pretty fun to make your own one of these. And they had the gross ones that smell like smell like feet and garbage. Oh my gosh, I've never smelled those. I've got to get my hands on some of those. I did see one recent company. I think they're called crap. I can't remember the name of them. Something peppy. I don't know. But they had like a garbage scented sticker, and I thought that was fun. Or I think they called it trash, and it was like a picture of a trash can. Super vlog. Thanks. I'm glad you like my channel, and thanks for coming. You got bug scented stickers from a Rugrat DVD. Okay, I've got to get a Rugrat DVD. That's awesome. It sounds pretty disturbing too. Here's the game of operation. Do I have more than one fountain pen? I have two. I'm not fancy. I have a... Oh, they're actually right here. I can show you that. Yay! Questions are helpful. Like, I kind of had a... I was like, I totally have a plan for this video, but then that didn't work. Alright, let's... I'm kind of afraid to dig through this on, like, live camera. Alright, I've got this fountain pen, and then this one. And I actually haven't used them that much lately. People are honking outside. That's fabulous. So yeah, these two, Pilot Metropolitan, and these, I really like the Pilot Metropolitan. This was like $12 or $13, and I heard about these from Vicky, Miss Vicky B, and she has a lot of fountain pen videos, and it kind of got me interested in fountain pens. So I've got this one, and then the Lamy, and these write amazingly on Tomo River paper. The Tomo River paper is kind of too thin for normal daily journal for me, but these write just like so smoothly on that, and with Emerald of Chivor ink, just looks, it's perfection on Tomo River paper. Tomo River paper. Let's see. What glue do I use in my journal? I use this. And I go through like glue stick like it's crack. Pregnancy test? What looks like a pregnancy test? Oh, this fountain pen? That's disturbing. I did say I wanted babies. So I met this, like, that cab driver I hung out with at Target last year. He was like, we got in this conversation. Even I don't, like, I've kind of run into him, like, twice before. But the next time I ran into him, he was like, I wanted at least 2 or 3 babies. I'm like, or no, at least 5 or 6 babies. He's like, how many do you want? I'm like, 2 or 3 is quite enough. And he's like, his family had like 10 kids. I'm like, oh my gosh. So you guys well wishes and prayers for me, babies. Let's clarify. I don't want 10 of them. I want babies, but not 10 of them, and not at least 6 or 7 of them either. That's just not happening. But yeah, that's. So yeah, these are the 2 fountain pens that I have, and there's my foot. I could read my diaries. I do have a few videos where I picked out a diary and then I like showed a few, some pages out of it. And I have been meaning to do that again. That's a fun idea. The Elmer's glue sticks are awesome. I do like that kind. The link one tells you you're going to have a girl. If I had a kid, I would want a girl, which is probably, like, with my luck, I have like all boys. Did I color this journal? I did. it was kind of a fun week. I did it like a little over a year ago. Was it last summer? I think it was the summer before last. Pretty washi tape. Okay, let me like just catch up on the pregnancy thing is like horrified me for a second. Garbage can kids. Oh, I think I stumbled on those on eBay once, but I hadn't. I don't have any of those. Those kind of sound disturbing. Oh, rainbow washi tape. Oh, I did have a roll of rainbow washi tape around that time. I've been meaning to get another one. I'll have to get me some more of that. I was trying to keep this video clean, but that's kind of making it hard to say anything. But anyway, for fountain pens, I've got Emerald of Chivor is the only ink bottle I have, but I do have some, like a handful of like maybe 10 other samples. I have some scented ones, but none of them actually. You can't really smell any of them when you're writing. You can only smell it when you're holding up the ink sample to your face. So, but I do like these fountain pens. I just don't use them as much, mostly because I switch out ink color, like I switch out pens and pen color so much that it's kind of, I don't like switching out fountain pink ink that much. I kind of make a mess. But yeah, those. Oh, and I think I found the pen that I actually like first started journaling with back in 2006. So I thought I'd show you that. It's in my box of my box of fun, which is this pen case for anyone who's missed out on the box of fun uh, fiasco comment. That was, it really is my box of fun. But yeah, this pen I used to just journal. Someone asked if like what they kind of about the best cheap journaling supplies. Like if you could only get a few things, what would you get? I would get yourself one of these from Target. I've seen them in recent years too. I got this one fall 2006. It's got multiple colors. It's ballpoint ink. It's not scented, but they're $1 and they're fun. And there's Dollar Tree has some pen cases that are just kind of plastic, rainbow. I have one of those. It's across the room, but there's a lot of like for any kind of budget you're trying to go for, there's something fun that you can find for journaling. So I'd get yourself one of these, a pen case from Dollar Tree. They have some cute ones, and even a journal from Dollar Tree. I looked at their journals the other day, and they're up in their gamable journals. So you can find something for every kind of range that you're looking for. Do I have the Lisa Frank 6 ink pen that Dollar Tree had for a while? I have one from Target that I got years ago. I'm not sure if it's the same thing. My Dollar Tree doesn't have much Lisa Frank stuff, but it kind of looks like this, if I remember right, and these write fine. So I used to, when I first started journaling back in fall 2006, there wasn't really washi tape then, and stickers were kind of, I sometimes had stickers, but not much. I didn't really have like a box of journaling stuff. My pen case was a large Ziploc bag that I'd finally gotten some pens for. I got some jelly rolls and metallic jelly rolls and a small number of G2s. So that was it. I didn't really have that much journaling stuff. So you can really, I just used this and I drew a little, like decorate the pages with pens. So you can kind of, there's a lot of ways to do it. You saw a journal at Dollar Tree and half the pages were brown and the other half of the pages were white. That's interesting. I've never seen that one. I did have a journal from them, like a little notebook from them that had like 4 different page colors with like pink, yellow, and blue and purple. So there's some good finds out there. You have one of those journals too? That's interesting. Now I kind of want to see what it looks like. Is it YouTube? Huh. Is it, what does it look like? What does the cover look like? You say you miss black paper for gel pens. Me too. I do have some black post-it note paper, and I found an old vintage Milky pen journal's got black paper, so I plan to use that at some point. I'm pretty excited about that. I guess I'll just like flip through this, and then maybe we can wrap this party up, or we can maybe have like a chat. I don't know. Where did we stop? Those stickers. I think I got those stickers from Dollar Tree. I know I just like flipped through the page, but I'm trying to keep up with. Yeah, you distracted me. It's brown. It said the best day ever. Hooray! That sounds cute. I've never seen that one. This one, you're supposed to bring this in the shower with you. I like the idea of doing stuff like this in a journal, just to, like, when I first get a journal, I'll do, like, an about me page and a page of movies, books, TV shows, and stuff to make it seem like it's more casual and more personalized, more mine, and more kind of welcoming. So, like, you could do stuff to your normal daily journal like this, and to kind of make the first page fears kind of go away. Stamps. These are some of the vintage stamps I collect. It's pretty bright. Oh, I've already shown you these pages. Now I remember that. Great. Alright, I'm gonna have to hold this with my toe for a second again. I don't know, I've shown you this. Stamps. Candyland. If your journal talk, would tell you to get some help. I'm pretty sure mine would be saying the same thing. That's that's really kind of what's, I don't know how to phrase it. It's late. Oh, hi, Nerdy Cake. You were done the wrong time. Oh, my internet's going out. Crap. Well, it looks like it's still working. Hopefully it'll stick with it. But yeah, being able to vent in a journal and just it to be, it can kind of be anything. If you want to like color in a journal like that, like at the time, and this is what you need to do, or if you want to write about like personal, deep crap, like a journal can be anything. That's what I've really been liking in the past year or so. Wash away the years. Usually when I collage, it's song lyrics. Float this page. Climb. Yeah, I kind of hadn't looked at that in a while because I did that like a year and a half ago. But yeah, there's that, and I think my like thigh is gonna fall off. It's sitting on the floor too long. My arm's gonna fall too from holding the camera. I'm glad you guys could join in the virtual party, and here's your party favor, a piece of candy. Let me know if it'd be fun to do these again. Maybe I can like plan more of a theme. I tried to plan a theme tonight, and then I hit the camera. Here's some popcorn. I wish you could like watch a movie virtually. Like, that'd be kind of odd. Maybe not. I don't know. It just like feels like casual hanging out with friends. I'm like, we could watch a movie together. And I'm like, okay, maybe we couldn't because that wouldn't really work so well. But I'm glad it was fun. I thought some of this, I don't know, a lot of this stuff excited me a lot. Please show you the candies. Okay, I'll show you the candles that, or the candies that you get to virtually enjoy with me. There's a lot of airheads in this. And lemon heads. Ooh, there's a blow pop. Alright, how am I going to open this with one hand? There was someone on Poshmark trying to sell the page. Oh, trying to sell it in the Rectus Diary? That's fun. I'm going to like list mine for like $1 million just to see what people say to that. I didn't actually try to sell that page. I kind of didn't follow the directions. Okay, I cannot open this with one hand. Okay, I'm going to hold the camera stand with my toe and hopefully not like make it awkward. Okay, that actually worked. That's impressive. Thanks for coming, Amy. It's cool that you're late. I kind of started late too, but I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad everyone could join in and are patient with me and like with my camera fails and my internet going out. There's some now and laters. Ooh, those things are good. I hope these aren't from the actual 90s. It would kind of be disturbing. Patricia, you're awesome for coming too. Really glad you guys could come. It feels like we know each other. I wanted to get to know everyone more. I was gonna make it sound creepy, but I'm not sure if everyone has heard my creepy, like, joking around-ness before or not. I tried to sell the eBay on for $30. I might try that. That's just kind of like, I was trying directions in this book, so I should at least try to sell it. It was fun. Do it more often. Thanks, Candid Crafter. Oh, my stream just stopped. That's great. I can do this more often, and maybe like make each could be more of a theme, and I don't know, maybe like guest people. I could have like people call me. We could like interact with each other and then interact with everyone watching. I don't know. Tyler, hi Tyler. Hi Aviator. I do want to do it more often. This is why I can't do live. But I do want to do it more often. It's fun hanging out with friends, and I'm glad that there's people out there who get journaling and get the kind of stuff that I write about, and like the darker stuff and the fun, happy pins and crap. Hi, Nerdy Cake. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again. If anyone has any ideas for next time, let me know, and let me know if it's like better if I plan out in advance, like if I'm like, hey, this Friday night at 7, or if I should just do it like last minute and be like, hey, if you're around, come join me now. I've managed this whole time without being like creepy innuendo. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you have theme topics. And Romany suggested I do a collage, while I'm doing this, and that'd be fun. I just need to figure out how to do that. So I use hairdryer, so I'm not sure if that'd be really annoying to watch someone do a hairdryer. Plan it, yeah. I think planning ahead would probably be easier. You got sucked into the 21 Pilots fandom. I've been into a few of their songs lately. I don't know what the kimono thing is though. But yeah, and let me know what times, and like, I mean, if Friday night works, like this is kind of my normal Friday night, just hanging out with myself. It sounds kind of sad, but I like movie nights alone, and yeah, avoid the crowds on Friday night because I'm old. And I could maybe do like I could do like one hangout about childhood diaries and kind of topics for that. Heathens, I do love that song. Around nighttime works. Evening's cool. I tried to make this kind of like 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just because it seemed like it would be reasonably early, but still late enough that people be home by now. But yeah, I could do like a childhood diary themed one, and maybe flip throughs of normal stuff. Like this is my normal daily journal, and this one, like in more recent journals, I've been adding in stuff like, I mean, everything I find, like I'll collage my address and add in W-2 copies and stuff, so I can't like entirely flip through all of them, but then some of the older ones where I didn't quite put that kind of stuff, or stuff that's like outdated, like previous addresses wouldn't really matter. Out is a good song. I've never heard their song. Oh, Stressed Out. I can't read. My contacts are blurring out too. It's like multiple fails. I do like that song. It's relaxing. You like it on Friday because of something to look forward to all week. I was pretty excited about this Friday too. I'm like, yay, hang out with people who like 1990 stuff. And True Full of Treatment. Do I have anything else to show you guys? I could show you. Oh. I'll show you like one more thing. Do you have any more tips on how to write more in your journal? I've got some journal prompt videos. Cough, cough. I think I would say to write more, I would maybe pick and like kind of decide on how much you want to write first, and then. Oh, a lot of questions. Oh, it seriously, it hasn't been quite 2 hours. It's been a long time. I didn't realize it's been that long. No wonder my arm's about to fall off. Okay, how to write more. Journal prompts, I would add in stuff like list of favorite TV shows, playlist of music, and kind of theme pages like that. List of childhood memories, like vacation memories, and that sort of thing. Oh yeah, adding in random thoughts you have during the day is a good one too. How often do I journal? Daily or every other day? I don't do it every day. At some points in my life I did. Like when I was using this gigantic journal, I was like, this was 600 pages in 3 months. So I really journal an average of 6 pages a day when I was using this one. But usually it's maybe 5 days out of 7. And I also journal more just with playing with different stuff. Like if you have different pens to play with, or stickers, or like you go out and collect leaves. I've been adding in leaves from my yard and stuff in recent journals. I want to show you these pens that I forgot to show you, and I thought these were adorable. And these were like $2 for the set from China, and then the other set was like $1.75. They're fine tip, but how much time do I spend per entry? I want to say maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 if I'm kind of sitting there thinking. Collages are about 15 minutes a page. Yeah. And then these. So my family used to, when we were like driving through the suburbs, we'd pull over and my parental unit would moo at cows on the side of the road, and the whole herd would come over and just stand there looking at us. So this kind of reminds me of my childhood mooing at cows. And I thought that no one would, like, other than us did that, but then my friend dragged me to a mountain and we saw this, like, some random young people pull over and moo at cows. So apparently it's like kind of a common thing. And I didn't show you this washi tape either. Leopard Hearts. This is Scotch tape brand, and these are like, this was like 3 for $5, and it was smaller than their normal tape, which I thought was kind of fun. I know I just said I was gonna go, but that happens with like hanging out with friends too. You're like, oh, I gotta go, and then you're like, oh, I want to show you something, one more thing. But yeah, this is vintage Sanrio, and I don't really know why I showed you that. Oh yeah, I was going to show you, like, looking around for other stuff that I kind of hadn't shown you yet. This is the vintage crunch thing. And these are those lavender and vanilla scented pens I told you about. There's a soap pen one too. These are Sniff It's pens, and they're from the 90s, and they actually still work. These pens right here are Miffy pens, and they still make these, so if you're looking for scented pens, those are really lightly scented, but they're still fun. And then my other pen case, someone asked to see. Love the crunch back. Yeah, I couldn't resist. It's like fluffy, like velvety too. So yeah. Anyway, if you have ideas for future hangouts or videos, let me know. You could. I don't really look at my email too much, but if you want to email it to me, that's you can, or like Instagram message. I check that like an addict. So Instagram message or whatever, or like leave them a comment on another video, and that'd be fun to get some new ideas. Here's that other one of these pen case that I have, and this is like my scented section, my swirl, and I added in, these are scented also, Sarasa Chupa Chup, or no, this wasn't the Chupa Chup one, it's the other, but here's a Chupa, I think. Yeah. And then the Pilot scented ones that smell, this one smells like coffee. Like, that's amazing. Coffee scented pen. A live haul. Yeah, next time I do a haul, is my camera going out again? Oh, my internet connection's a little laggy. I'll see what else I have haul-wise, and what other questions? Do I recommend taking a travel journal on shorter day trips? Kind of depending on where you're going. I'm glad you like seeing my used pens. I have used up some more. I was kind of tempted to make a video on that, but I wasn't sure if people were really like, why is this girl showing us her used pens? So I'm glad you like those. Yeah, this coffee pen even has scented stuff. Okay, for like shorter trips, I think I would take maybe a few pieces of paper and stick them in later if it was a journal that I'd mostly used up, just because I don't like to take normal daily journals traveling with me if it's somewhere where I think I could lose them or you get stuff spilled on or whatever. But anyway, I think that's all I was going to show you. Let me know if you have any other ideas, and thanks for coming. This was really fun. For me anyway. Hopefully it was fun for you too. Hopefully it was equally enjoyable. But it's fun getting to know you guys and interacting. It's kind of different when you're doing it live than when you're just kind of making a video and uploading it, and like someone might see it at some point. But this is really glad you guys could come to the party, and it was I'm glad it was enjoyable. My first time doing this was enjoyable, even though it was last second. So I was like, I got to do this again, even if it's just like a haul or whatever. Thanks. I'm glad you guys liked it. Oh, here's something I haven't showed you, even though it's like a lavender honey scented Yankee Candle thing. I'm glad you like my videos. Thanks for coming, Kimono. It was so fun. I'm glad it made your day better. That makes my day. So, yeah, thanks for coming, guys. And let me know if you have any other ideas. I'll let you have one more dance party on my pins. This is why I love YouTube and why I keep making videos, because people are into journaling and pins and understand me like this, since like a lot of people just don't get it. If you're just like out in the world, people are like, what's the deal with journaling? Or like you're having a party and in your room on a Friday night, like live streaming, like I don't get it. But you guys get it, so that's why this is awesome. And cringy disco dancing, that's pretty much my style of dancing, is always cringy. Cringy? Well, mine's kind of creepy, really. Alright, I'm going to. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't kill the internet. Oh, good, I didn't. Now I just lost the comments. That's fabulous. Okay, I did break the internet. Embarrasses unborn children. That's pretty much what my dances do. And this is probably getting weirder. All right. Anyway, thanks for coming. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed our time together. It's fun getting to know you guys. All right, I'm gonna cut it off now. Have a good night and go play with your fun crap, your pins, journaling, or watch a cheesy movie, because that's what I'm about to do. And here's some popcorn to go and a Crystal Pepsi. I can't leave Crystal Pepsi out. This just keeps getting longer, but sometimes long is enjoyable. All right, yeah, go watch a bad '80s movie and enjoy. Have a good night. Thanks again for coming. This really made my night. My night enjoyable. Okay, I can't say that without being creepy. All right, have a good night, guys. Have a good night, guys. Bye.